Mayor Frank Picozzi of Warwick is on the Seekonk Supply Hotline. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning, Tara. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. So
Right.
you planned for 2 new schools. Explain that.
We had the referendum 4 years ago to go out to bond for $350 million for 2 new high schools, taking advantage of the state's program with increased reimbursement. If we meet all the goals, our reimbursement will be 52%. So essentially, one of the schools is going to be built for free. But in the time since then, and the constructions began, construction costs have skyrocketed, and what we were told could be accomplished for $350 million just isn't possible now. And where it's going to suffer are the athletic fields, which are going to be last, because the new schools are being constructed on the former athletic fields, and then once they're complete, we're going to tear down the old schools and build the athletic facilities there, similar to what East Providence did. But it's become clear that there's just not enough money to do that. There's cost overrun estimates, and the school department put it between 13 and 23%. And you mentioned Rob Cody. He's very knowledgeable in construction. I've met with him, and he thinks the cost overruns are going to be more, and I actually agree with him. This money was going to be a contingency to be used at the end. But we put it out to referendum. I mean, it was a small turnout as normal, but we did everything we could to get the word out. We did robocalls, social media. It was on the news, but traditionally they're very small turnouts, and the voters shot it down. So now we have to rebound and come up with a new plan.
So what does a new plan entail? I think Warwick taxpayers are stretched thin, are they not?
Well, all taxpayers are stretched thin. No different here than anywhere else. I mean, we have to pay this debt service, but in the last 5 years, we've had 2 tax increases for exactly one was for 3.9 and one was for 1.9. But reval has killed us. The values are just skyrocketing, and that hits taxpayers right in the pocket. I know it did me. Also, the insurance went way up, my homeowner's insurance. But I mean, I'm meeting with the school department next week, the chairman of the school committee and the administration. We're going to come up with a new plan, maybe to be shared athletic facilities for the 2 schools, shared between that and the city. We could put resources in it. We're going to have to come up with a new plan now. We're going to have to be innovative and think outside the box, because we left it up to the people, and they clearly said no more money. People forget, before this $350 million bond, we passed $96 million worth of other bonds to refurbish schools. And they've done a lot of work on the elementary and middle schools with that money. Part of that was supposed to be for refurbishment of high schools, but when this deal came with along with the increased state portions, they went for the new high schools. I mean, even we don't start getting reimbursement from the state until the schools are finished and the athletic fields are finished. But they actually don't reimburse us on athletic fields. So I don't think that's free. I mean, we're going to have 4 very tough years coming up with money to pay the debt service on these bonds. But then we start getting the reimbursement, and everything gets much better. I wish the state could start the reimbursement sooner.
So you figure that the 2 new high schools will take 4 years to build? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what they've told me. I think, to be totally completed with the athletic fields, too.
Right.
Hopefully a little sooner.
Okay. And then the state chips in.
Yes, we get a balloon payment, and they start paying. We're getting 52, or maybe it's up to 55% on $314.5 million of the $350, because that's the amount they set. But that was set, years ago, and construction costs have gone up, but that amount didn't. But it's equates to roughly half of the cost. And what I've done is that with the bonds, I mean, we didn't just go out and sell $350 million bonds. We're doing it strategically. We just, in December, we authorized $150 million of the bonds. And we're not going to authorize more till we get closer to the end, until we have to. So we don't get the full brunt of those payments immediately. And I went to a 25-year bond on that one, and this one allows us to pay mostly interest only up front until we get to that relief from the state. So it's not such a dramatic impact on taxes. It will be an impact, but we're trying to lessen that as much as possible until the state starts kicking in their portion.
All right. And so when you say it's going to be a rough, you said 4 tough years. What does that mean?
Tax increases.
Hmm.
There's no way around it. But I mean, you have to bear in mind, people went and voted for this. This wasn't a city initiative. It went on the ballot. There were 2 different referendums for the $96 million. It was a $40 million bond and then a $56 million bond. So that's what the people said to do. The same thing with the 350. So we just heard their voice. There's not an additional $50 million, but their voice approved the other ones. And, they were told what the ramifications would be. So that's the situation we're in right now.
How much of a tax increase are you looking at, and what does it go to? Property taxes?
It goes to property tax to pay the debt service off. I mean, we're already paying that debt service on the original bonds. So it's the new one. I couldn't give you the numbers right now, but this was approved by the voters, and it's where we are right now. They wanted schools.
Yeah. Well, okay. So the schools will be built, but you're kind of doing a math equation here and trying to figure out, without that extra $50 million, how to make it work. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. We're going to have to watch cost overruns. Because Mr. Cody will tell you, I mean, we agreed, we had a forum when they were talking about guaranteed maximum price and this and that. There just always is. I've been mayor for 5 years. I've seen a lot of projects. There are just always change orders and cost increases. Even though you have a guaranteed maximum price, that doesn't mean that's what it's going to be.
So when people hear, oh boy, here go the taxes, is there any way to cut in other places? You can't cut fire, you can't cut police, I would imagine. Warwick is one of the major cities. Is there?
You just have to tell me what services you don't want to do without. Do you not want to have a senior center? Do you not want the trash picked up? Do you not want a library? I mean, the services are here. We have a lot of services in Warwick. People compare us to towns like North Kingston. They have beautiful athletic facilities, yes, but they don't pick up your trash, your yard waste. Their taxes are higher. So you have to compare apples to apples. We have great services here, and the people want those services.
Yeah, oh boy. All right, well, 4 more years. Hang in there. Mayor Frank Picozzi, I just wanted the update, and I think it did make a little bit of news here today. So we'll continue the conversation, and I appreciate your time.